Hello. This might be a stream, probably, of the Empire of Hispania, which covers most of the known world at this point. Basically, I am living my entire life at near 100% threat, and this means that basically everybody hates me. And
everyone is there, isn't you? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't mean any of your vassals hate you. That's for entirely other reasons.
Well, my vassals also might not hate me, but often my counsel is obstreperous. Unfortunately, my plan to murder my way through the malcontents has been hindered by my dying and becoming a 6-year-old, which means at the moment I can do bugger all except sit here and wait for us to hit a point where I can declare war again of my own accord. And indeed murder.
Between a moment ago we were watching Azrael torture Angel, and you were like, yeah, everyone should go on an ethics course, and now you're like, damn it, it's so inconvenient I can't murder everybody.
Well, it's so inconvenient that I can't murder anybody because it's actually very hard to change your council's mind by other means. Because these positions on the council don't correspond at all to their opinion. So, opinion-wise, they really like me. But whatever they do on this council, they will be awkward buggers and will contradict me at almost every single opportunity. And the only way, if you sack them from the council, then you have the small problem that they, depending on how strong you are, they may of course go and start conspiring against you. So the only way you can really safely get rid of malcontents from the council is by murdering them and replacing them with someone who isn't bloody awkward. So, you can't just ply them with gifts, have a conversation with them, try to get to know them better, because that just ups their opinion of you, but they will still do whatever it was that they thought. So there's not really an ethical way to get rid of them unless they're weak enough that you can safely sack them from the council. And if they're that weak, they're usually going to be in one of the other positions and not the I'm an awkward bastard who will constantly annoy you. Also, could there be some hot water, please, State? But yes, also at the moment I can do almost nothing to change most of their opinions because everything that I do has to be approved either by my council and or by my regent. So at the moment there's not an awful lot that I can actually do except sit around and wait to be a bit older. You see. Right, let's spend 200 gold to improve the trade route for Toledo. Oh no, there's Cathar heresy somewhere in my massive empire. Right, let's go and see how we can do with upgrading this hospital to be a better hospital and also incidentally get me some technology points. Everybody needs more technology, or at least I do. But I've got war elephant pens. Look, war elephant pens. Let's upgrade Messina after we took Sicily some time ago.
But they did not have an adequate defence.
Right, let's be a pious child and give the hat to someone younger. Ooh, two rebellions to squash. It's also... Right, let's set a castle building there and raise up a vassal because I'm already over my domain limit, which is already not really helping people like me that much. Right. Right, yes. So, where are the peasants? Also, is there a revolt anywhere? Ooh, there's a Holy Roman revolt. No, my council will not allow me to go to war against the Holy Roman revolt. How disappointing. Why won't they let me go to war? You're just opposing me. You're too scared because we're already busy fighting another war. I have 350,000 soldiers. I can afford to fight, 2 peasant revolts and a Holy Roman revolt. This is not a problem. There is no glory in this war. The enemy is too weak. Yes, well, I mean, kind of.
You have the problem that half your council think that the enemy is too scared, or rather think that you're too busy fighting wars, and the other half think that the enemy is too weak to be worth taking on.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, if I said, haha, I will declare war on the entire world, then the pragmatists would, get pissed off anyway. You're returning...
The won't care because you're still fighting lots of little enemies.
Yeah. You're returning a favour, but you're a malcontent anyway, and you're another pragmatist. So, right, yes, fine, I will just be boring and go and squash my revolts. Fine. Right, no. Good grief, you're not really a peasant revolt. Right, fine. What about you? Oh, you're trying a bit harder. Doof. Right. Where are you going? That way. I'll just turn down time a single notch. While I try and make sure that actually well, that worked. And you release the otter, enforce demands, find wherever my armies were, and disband them. Right, I'm sorry, was there a revolt there? Didn't see one, Gov. Right, let's build a medical academy there. And well, the good news is I seem to be developing some moderate skills in diplomacy, so that's all right. Might help soothe the troubled breast of the average council member when I get to actually have a real council rather than sort of pretend. Oh, look, it's winter, according to Siberia.
I mean, a 6-year-old with diplomacy skills is definitely unusual.
Oh, due to court intrigue well beyond your present ability to comprehend, your current serving regent has been replaced with another.
Oh, look. I think my regent is now my spy master. Yep. I think I can understand that. Even at age 7. Right. Oh, good grief. Right. Let's convince whoever it is to straighten up. Okay, yes, right. Well, I've got a small problem, which is I'm well over my vassal limit, because unfortunately my regent doesn't have diplomacy, he has a hole in the ground. Right, yes.
This new
Oh,
board.
good.
It's quite complicated. Okay, there are 5 levels. You've got the plain grey ground level, then that's the first floor, second floor,
Let's just
third floor,
check.
fifth floor, fourth floor, sorry.
That.
Moreover, there are lifts which go to that floor on the labelled thing. And it's quite confusing. You have to remember which floor is which. Here you go up. That's quite confusing. I suggested that maybe rather than the corners being numbers, it could be the edges. So that edge could label 1 because that's floor 1. So I'm not had that sense because it's probably quite hard to work out what's going on. But it's quite pretty.
It is quite pretty, but it's also quite scary.
Yes.
Right, I just have to try my best not to die before
You explode.
I can take over, or someone can decide to kill my spy master and allow me to get a new regent.
I mean, it's not the deciding to, it's the succeeding.
Crusade. Targeting. Well, let's join in.
That should make sure it doesn't happen.
Yep.
I mean, there is an argument for allowing the crusade to happen, so that then you have a holy war excuse for taking on the new owner of the land.
Yeah,
Assuming
but
that was
I've
against
got.
one of those tiny green patches in.
Yes, but I can also take on. I can do subjugation against my
okay.
Muslim neighbours, so I don't care. I just, I find it funny that every so often the Pope goes, "Let's have a crusade." Actually, no, you know what? Let's not. They're scary. Yes. Let's just actually check that my council aren't doing anything gratuitously stupid. Right, they're not. Yes, unfortunately, there's nowhere left in the world I can send my spy master to study technology. Actually, let's just check that's still true. Ooh, right, let's send him over there.
What are your chances of getting power back from your spy master when you're of age?
Well, once I'm of age, I can plot to kill my spy master. I can sack my spy master. He might be pissed off, but, I can, in theory, do it.
I mean, you can tell him you're fired, but at this point he says, I'm the one who the army is reporting to, fuck off.
Ah, but as soon as I hit it, I become of age. That's not a problem. Mm-hmm. The armies start reporting to me straight away. That doesn't actually happen.
Right, okay, so your spy master would actually have to convince them that you were totally...
So the spy master would have to declare independence or, join a faction in the usual way in order to to try and maintain power once I
Most
hit
of the armies
age.
don't report directly to the caliph, they report to one of the caliph's vassals, so the important thing is who the vassals follow.
Yes.
Um,
And again, as soon as I hit 16, they follow me, unless, of course, my spy master has, joined a faction, etc., or created a faction. I'm nadgering the economy of my realm, spy master, by about 50%. By making me be well over my vassal limit. You state.
Now, this anagram is obviously a film along the lines of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, apparently so.
Right. Yes, carry on. It's revolting bits of Estonia.
Your losers.
Oh, which child are you? You're my half-sister. Let's try and set an education focus. Let's try and turn you into a spy person. Who do I want to marry you to? Probably not you. Probably want to marry you to a vassal of some sort. Right, there we go. The problem is if I marry my half-sister to someone outside my realm, then they might be removed from the defensive pact, which means that one day when I come of age, I can't go to war with them. And that's obviously very disappointing. I am also building, like great works and so on, but the new great work cost is extremely expensive, and I'm in the sit there and wait for it phase. Wait for the next thing to finish building. I do actually have most of the world's great wonders of the world in my possession. I don't have the Grand Keep of Dunhuang, or the Marburg Mausoleum, which is presumably in Marburg.
Not as misleading, you know.
Oh yes. That's
I suppose that is a thing that happens.
okay. Yes. So it's currently where the seat of the Holy Roman Empire is. So there we go. That was educational. Right, we're back to the Orthodox, having squashed the Monothelites again. Last time the Monothelites had squashed the Orthodox. I think this just means that the Byzantine Empire is getting a bit small these days, and is because of its the way that its inheritance works. It's switching between primarily Monothelite and primarily Orthodox rulers. Right, let's build some stables in Tusculum because we own Rome. Any good titles to create? No. Not yet. Right. Okay, let's just, before I say the Marshal has forfeited his office. He's a malcontent. Right. You have fortified your office. Forfeited, not fortified, honestly.
Presumably, fortify his office is the hardest possible to avoid forfeiting it, but...
No. So, okay, right. You are only 1 point of marshal less than these people. And you like me, right? There we are. Let's get you on my council. Let's also make sure you are researching military technology, because we need more of that. Right, well, that's improved the council situation a bit. Not a bat. Excellent, you nicked some technology, though, I mean, frankly, I was hoping you'd die, but you can't have everything. Right, let's invest in cities and temples. Oh, I can use up a kingdom. Yoink! Right, there we go. Yes, my predecessor was a secret Slav, but I couldn't really work out a way to convert my entire thing and kingdom, and then also I was running into the issues that if I were to try, things were probably going to go very badly wrong and I wouldn't have an empire anymore. Yes. I mean, if you're going to send people to loot things, you know, this is why I have vassals. You're meant to be sorting out these things. Oh dear. A spy master regent has been nicking money. If only we can find some evidence, but unfortunately there isn't. As well, let's see if I can right click and go find evidence to Okay, well, I can ask that he institutes Gavelkind succession, but I'm not sure that's gonna help. Unfortunately, I don't think I can swap his council job because that's not going to unregent him.
One of the strange things about this game is you find out there are so many weird words for different types of succession.
Yeah.
Gavelkind, that means like someone smashes a hammer on a thing and that... No? What?
Gavelkind is not really the right word, but in CK2 I think it's called partition instead, which is more of a description of what actually happens. Gavelkind is a form of land holding that often went along with this kind of partition. Technically,
It's not actually the same thing. Go on, let's build a soup kitchen in this hospital. German, Sardinian and Corsican war de jure war over Nordgau. Oh, that's an internal war. Well, if you will be state.
Corsican walk into a war. No way.
Yes, I need to really find a way of filtering the usurpation messages. Because the Baron ones are very important when, like, you have a county and you need to know that this has happened to a small part of your kingdom, or your realm. But I have an entire empire. I only at this point really want to know if I'm losing, like, entire duchies or possibly entire kingdoms. Yes. Let's build a soup kitchen here. Oh yes, I did. At various points, I have tried to introduce viceroyalty laws, but the council nearly always refuse this, and then I die and I have to start persuading another council again. I've kind of given up now, because we've got less than 100 years until the game ends. And, if my vassals want to be pissy about having viceroyalties, then, well, states. So, let's try and become a poet and become more diplomatic. Right, let's go and build a medical academy in wherever the heck this is. And let's build some barracks while we're at it. Yes, of course, my armies are squashed because I'm over my vassal limit, because my region is a pillock. States. Honestly, you just can't get the staff.
Especially when people keep murdering your staff.
Well, in the case of my region, I'd like him to be murdered, because then I might...
Is your current region getting to that position by murdering someone else?
I don't think he murdered them. I think he just took over as regent. I can't remember who was regent beforehand. Chiswick, fresh commander. Hello. Oh yes, you were my marshal. And the reason you were my marshal was you had awesome martial skill, but apparently also 0 ethics. And with this much talking, I really could do with some more hot water, please. Hot water, please.
Okay. Disconnect myself from everything.
Warm feet. Right, so we have... Yes. Thanks for telling me about heresies. I mean, I have the small problem that everywhere there are heresies springing up, and my... Let's just actually check that... Right. You are proselytising with the correct religion. Who are you? You're my half-brother. You also look quite diplomatic. Let's try and make you diplomatic. And also let's arrange you a marriage, etc. I don't know. Probably shouldn't marry him to a Seljuk. Right. No. Right, let's find a different betrothal that isn't going to remove people from the... Right, there we are. Find someone who isn't going to end up being removed from a defensive pact as a result. said sorry. Right, anyway. Bavarian Liberation Revolt. Look, you know how this is going to go. Oh, there's 16,000 of you. I might have to put slightly effort into this. Okay, I might have to put a lot of effort into this, because where are all my troops?
Somewhere more fun.
Right. Stoats, come on. Let's turn down time just a trifle so I can actually see what's going on. There's always more time travel. Except time only goes forwards. It's very inconvenient. Right, let's glue you together. Let's stick you in because you could do with some more experience. And let's send you over there. There are lots of places that can still go raiding, even this late. Oh, well done you. Threw your last person in there just to get squashed. Soup kitchen, you say? Let's build the chapel. Right, 100% more score. Release the otter. Right. I do not think that liberating Bavaria worked quite as well as you'd hoped. Bavaria conspicuously unliberated, at least from me. I'd quite like to liberate what's left of it from, Germania and the Holy Roman Empire, but, can't always get what you want. First I've got to make...
You're 8 years old.
I'm 9 years old. Now, I've only got another 7 years to go before I can start indiscriminately murdering my way across the everything. Alright, well, good for my Chancellor and improving relations. Any chance my Chancellor can cause my Regent to fall downstairs? Or, take some lessons in diplomacy or something? Any chance, in fact, that the people of wherever I sent my Regent to could stat his 21 injury? Aha! Aha, aha, aha. Right. Construction of stage 2 has finished for the Paphlagonia Library. Right. University, rather. Right, let's start stage 3. Right, let's build a wing of diplomacy. Let's, put a dent in this year's budget. Not much of one, but especially since only earning nearly 200 gold pieces a month. How threatening. Ooh, a mere 93.2% threat. I don't think I'll be down to 75% threat by the time I'm 16, though. Because, apart from anything else, my vassals will keep on winning wars. Right, I will assemble the mob to burn down trade posts, just because this might mean that I can actually go to war with someone. Aha. That looks to me like the Mural invasion of Croatia has ended. My vassal won. So there's probably a bit less Byzantine Empire hiding under here. Yeah, there's probably a bit less of it now than there was. Wow. Right. Let's piss him off for both his money and his gold.
Gold.
Oh, yes. Normally I try to be more diplomatic, but I can't take over the world by being that diplomatic. Okay. Ooh. Who are you? Okay, apparently you're my vassal. Not quite sure where that is. It's over there somewhere, right? Okay, it's on the far eastern edge of the map.
Does imperial policy encourage your vassals to usurp things from each other all the time?
Well, the problem here is, in order to make that not happen, you have to get the council to agree to it. And since the council probably want to usurp stuff from each other, you may be more limited in your choices than you might like. For example, alright, there we are. Fresh commander installed. So, the Silk Road is open. The armies of China are stronger. So I could pay tribute, but I'm not going to pay tribute to them. Right.
It's all gone blue.
So this is the map mode for China. That says what's in the diplomatic range, what's got peace deals, and what's a tributary. Of course, most of it's in diplomatic range of China because most of it's mine, and I'm in diplomatic range of China. So, yes. Right, let's build a pharmacology laboratory because, that sounds like fun. Nothing can possibly go wrong with this. Let's get some melee techniques. If I knew where half of these places were, it might mean a bit more, but... mostly now I don't. Let's upgrade the hospital. Right, let's build a Pilgrim's Inn. Let's also build some more bits of stuff.
Upgrading the hospital, that means medics will start with more energy, I think.
Dancing plague has broken out in Armagh. Well, there's probably a hospital. The dancing plague. Something very strange is happening in the county of Armagh. It all started with one peasant dancing in the streets, but soon there were dozens of them, and now there are hundreds, men, women and children alike. Musicians are playing joyous tunes all day and all night, and the peasants barely have time to eat or sleep. The dancing has gone on for days, and people have started to collapse from exhaustion. It seems as if the dancing is spreading at an alarming rate, with groups of dancing people setting off in the direction of other towns. This is truly an unprecedented situation, except for the 3 times it's happened in the past, 300 years, so it's not that unprecedented.
Their job.
Yes, it's not that unprecedented. I've got the precedent. Oh, go on, let's assemble the mob to burn down some more trade posts.
Does this dancing plague represent a disease or a mere fad?
This is representing the kind of thing that actually did turn up in medieval chronicles from time to time. Obviously, actually what caused them, no one really quite knows, but obviously people like to speculate about this.
I mean, these days, if lots of people were dancing all the time, the cause would be that someone had gone viral on YouTube doing a silly dance.
Well, yes.
But I guess that excuse doesn't hold water in 1381.
Not yet, no. Right, anyway, so let's start stage 2 of the Buchenbrudai underground city. And let's build some stuff. What can we build? Oh, we can build a historical mural. I'm sure that's going to come in handy. Yes, building stage 2 was quite expensive. Fortunately, I have quite a lot of money. Right, yes, there are more heresies. We get it. Right. Look, I don't care about some stupid baron stealing some mosque or something.
This chess commentator person is quite funny. He's talking about the World Championship match today, and he was saying, at this point, Dean plays a concrete move. Or is it cement? What's the difference between cement and concrete? I'm sorry, I've got allergies. My head feels like a balloon. And carried on. It's quite fun.
Well, these people who managed to actually institute different laws in their place. I've not managed to do this game pretty much at all, because I've never managed to persuade my council to like me, enough. Extremely annoying.
The Siberian wastes are excessively overcurrent.
Well, they're sort of patched and...
Yes, the WA is a bit vigorous.
That is very something. The kerning in this is.
I mean, I see that if you're trying to make text go around all sorts of weird curves, then a kerning algorithm has to work pretty hard to get it all right. But the Siberian weights don't even have that excuse.
Well, let's try. Right, playful is a good trait. Usually. Let's just check that. Blessed has passed. Eustache de Soissons lived a pious life, truly following the example of God. The kerning in this is also disastrous. She passed on the 25th of February 1380, and people have long wondered if she would be considered a true Christian or not. A large ceremony is held in Eustache's honour by the Pope to celebrate the life she lived. A virtuous example of a true Catholic, the Pope will write her name in among the pious Christians of old. A bastion of piety in life, a stalwart example in death. Blessed be her memory, once again in the arms of God. Blessed be her name. I'm just going to see who... Can I see who currently is the Pope?
Well, that tells you who the Pope is.
Did it?
I mean, only by name, but Pope Marius VI.
No, I think that might be a different Pope. Yes, the Pope has been kicked out of his ancestral land. There was also the bit where I had a phony war with the Pope, where the Pope declared war on me, but had no troops and no holdings. So I couldn't besiege his holdings, and he couldn't besiege my holdings because he had no troops to do this with. And I couldn't besiege his holdings to get war score or attack his armies to get war score. So I was stuck there just getting ticking war score by continuously holding Latium, i.e. the Pope's holdings, until eventually I got 100% war score through the Pope not being able to do anything, which was frankly hilarious. Yes, I've just been starting a city building to ensure that that county didn't revert to nomad control on succession.
The front page of Wikipedia claims that Untitled Goose Game escaped being called Some Like It Honk.
I'm not sure that's escaped is the right word. I mean, that's also a great title. Any interesting titles I can create? No, because I can't create the duchies, because then it's really hard to give them away because my council tend to get pissed off. And also they tend to get destroyed by the people I give them to because of the too many duchies problem. And I can't create empires until I'm pretty sure that there's going to be no more succession, because otherwise I'll lose them to my siblings. Or my relatives. Sticks. I don't want to pause. It's odd. My regent doesn't declare, doesn't mention Ramadan at all. We don't get any of the feasts or anything. It's extremely boring. You can't celebrate the end of Ramadan properly. Or indeed, you can't fast during Ramadan, etc., while you've got a child on the throne. And obviously the child doesn't have to fast, but surely, there's an entire, rest of a Muslim empire out there that does. So I'm a little bit confused by that. Ooh. So she was banished. Yeah. I think I can afford to piss off my M-arm slightly more than I can afford to piss off the others. Let's just check what my... I'm not sure why you're bothering what's happening in my court. You should be an owl, not worrying about local people. Or people local to me. I mean, if you know, religious friction were a bit lower, I'd be very much happier to let, you know, not send my imam out proselytising. You are right. Right. Okay, well, I need a fresh imam. Chiswick, fresh imam. Right, let's have you, who are nice. Oh, I need a new court physician. Right. Chiswick, fresh court physician. Oh, go on, let's recruit a Cathar as my court physician. Nothing can possibly go wrong with this, right? Right, who should be my chief Cuddy? That should probably be the Khan of France. Just on general sort of principles. Right. Oh yes, also, right. Proselytize. Where do we want to proselytize? That's probably a good place to proselytize. Chiswick, Fresh Pharmacology Library. Right. We have done the wing of diplomacy. Let's build the wing of whatever that was. Strategy, that was it, yes. Italian holy warfare, Nasikya on Raja thingy of Jagatunga of Kankana. Excellent. What was that about kerning?
It wasn't. Pink Beast asks, hang on, do you care about good Catholics?
I don't know why I care about good Catholics, but the game insists on telling me about them, so... yeah. I mean, I'm also slightly surprised at the idea that I'm building chapels in my hospitals and not, you know, mosques. But maybe chapels of what you'd call a sort of place for quiet reflection that wasn't actually an entire mosque. I don't know. The only mosque I really know anything at all about really is Hagia Sophia. And
she must have created a place for quiet reflection using those tiny mirrors in her hat.
Probably not. Good. You know, I had tried to change the, you know, law of the everything, but it didn't really work. Chiswick, fresh commander. Right. Any other posts I need to fill? No. Well, not that I need to fill, but that I need to fill and I can fill. Right. More horses, because we are specialising a bit in horses. We'll be less specialising in horses now. Rumours of the military might of the Shun Empire is proving to be a forceful diplomatic tool in itself. After what seems like brief negotiations, Khagan Sathis the Tormentor has peacefully agreed to become a tributary state of the Middle Kingdom. Their couriers whisper that they can only hope that the relationship between the Khagan and the Great Emperor be a fruitful one. Stoked be it. Oh, it's them. Well, yeah, I mean, I have been nibbling their territory on and off for the last... Oh, look, it's a dancing plague. I mean, this is only like...
It's only a year or two ago.
It's certainly less than 6 years ago. I mean, like, come on.
Unprecedented in your own quite short lifetime.
Yes. Right, yes. Honestly, really, people, what have you been doing? I need to, up the skills of my chroniclers, that's for sure. Any kingdoms I can create. One Squillian and one duchies, and quite a few empires. But importantly, no kingdoms. Nicely, people. Alright, straighten up a decadent relative. You've got some 12-year-old or something coming to you to say that you're being, no, sorry, 11, I haven't, When my mother summoned me to her study, I thought it was time for another boring lecture on manners or morals. However, as I enter the room, she invites me to sit next to her and proceeds to read from a thick tome which she calls the Bible. The stories are about kings and queens, Christians, and the Almighty God. I'm pretty sure the Almighty God crops up a little bit in, Sunni Muslim stuff. So I can become an historian. I can reject it. I'm going to get sympathy for Christian religions because generally I kind of approve of ecumenism. Hooray, my kinsman has decided that he will stay pure and not cause decadence to rise up. Decadence means that the morale of your armies is affected, your income is affected, and and so basically it's you want not to be too decadent. Right. Honestly, if you will go around revoking titles everywhere. The problem with revoking titles is that then you're a tyrant and then nobody likes you and it's then very hard to keep control of your everything. Yes, despite not myself going to war for ages, we are still 93.7% threatening because I have vassals. And they will keep on existing. Right. You're a random thing. I am happy for you to marry each other. Honestly, everyone's trying to murder everyone else. I mean, obviously as soon as I hit 16, I will probably turn into a murderer just like everyone else. But, for the moment I can take the moral high ground. Or at least something that looks vaguely like a moral high ground if you squint at it in a poor light. Aha, right. Childhood focus. Right, so we can try and boost our diplomatic education. We can boost our intrigue. But we usually get the best education results if we try and have some level of martial stuff, because I think that will improve things. Chiswick, fresh caught poet. Right. And Chiswick, fresh commander. Right. After supper, me and Tetra were forced to do dishes, but I was clever and hid them until Tetra told me, and now I have to do all of it. So unfair, I'll run away. That means I get prestige and she may get conscientious. You could say stupid dishes and gain 15 piety, and we still become bitter rivals. Oh. Let's... Right. What can we build in our underground city? Well, let's build some road tolls because they're cheap. Yes, city holding. Let's build you some city walls so you don't get immediately squashed, and hand you over to some random new vassal. Let's call him George. Right. Yes, yes, cursed lollards, act, act. Let's see if I can enforce realm peace.
Not while you're in a regency.
Not while I'm in a regency. Alright, yeah, well, fine. You're going to have to piss around and do this. Fight each other for stuff until I come of age. Honestly. Yeah, right, so I can go in cruel, or I can be deceitful. Intrigue. Right, let's be deceitful. Right. Honestly. Right, come on. you are as built up as you can be. I've got an apostolic palace now and everything. I say I've got an apostolic palace, I nicked it from the Pope. Mostly I nicked it from the Pope because I wanted to have all the everything.
You nick everything from the book, which is good.
Well,
He pretty much has done.
minor titles. Jizik, fresh commander. Right.
Wonderful.
Excellent. You nicked some more stuff for us. What would you... Right. Right, okay, yes, I've built as much as I can in Paphlagonia at this point. Until I can finish the next stage.
We tried to build in Paphlagonia, but we were utterly paddled.
Well, it was there. Oh yes, we have lost the siege of ... Yes, right, good. You're having some difficulty with your lifestyle. At one point I had, you are the king of something like Dalam _ K79 something, which was probably some kind of error. But yeah, that was a bit
This place is
unusual.
meant to have a name in your culture, but for some reason doesn't.
Yes, and it's a bit hilarious where it happens. Right, build more castle walls, because having strong forts in the east will probably be useful next time China decides that I exist and wants to come and declare war on me. Particularly since I don't actually have that many troops at the moment. Yeah, I've only got like 260,000. Oh hey, there's a peasant revolt. Hello, peasant revolt. Let's also just check. Through the interpretative map, is there anyone I can declare war on? But I bet the reason that you're not in a defensive pact is that I'm in a non-aggression pact with you. Yeah, I thought so. No, and with only 250,000 troops, that's a bit scary to be trying to take on the entire world. Right.
Declare myself smooth, fairly smooth.
Okay, whoops, well, right, you not get over there. I accidentally raised troops somewhere where there was an enemy, so they're going to get a bit squashed. Whoops. Beautiful calligraphy, etc. Right, okay, let's glue you not together. Where are you going? You're going over there. We will send you over there. We will disband you. Right. And 97.3% threatening. Super. Just what I always wanted. Actually, no, just what I didn't want, really, but... Battle of Calicut. Now there's a name that you should probably recognise. Right, offer peace to the pedants. Dispose of what? Right, we have just acquired a barony. What barony are you? You're definitely a barony. Well, let's build some walls and hand you over to Chiswick, fresh vassal. Because obviously everybody loves molten vassals. Or something.
Is it possible that you're witchery?
Well, I've not got a lot to do while I wait for this kid to grow up and then go, oh, I can go to war against precisely none of the world because everyone is part of the same defensive pact against me.
Aren't you bigger than the entire defensive pact put together?
At this point, it's a little bit dubious, right? You are not going to become Chief Cuddy because you are terrible, right? Let's go and find someone who can at least, like... Right, there we are. Gotcha. Let's see, can we find some Khazar people who are not terrible? To the culture. Right. Right, let's investigate the door to a closed chamber in an underground city. Oh, we found old bones and broken vases. Well, you know, that was educational. Hey, straighten up, a decadent relative. Stop bringing shame on the house of Stotiad.
Squawk.
That's Gareth bringing coughs to the house of the gallery. Right. Excellent. My cousin has changed his wayward ways.
His woodway woods. What?
Right, hello half-sister. It's time to pick your
Isn't
focus.
it fewer D's? They'd be way more ways.
Right,
True.
there we are.
I told you my variant of the joke, didn't I?
I think so, yes.
Yes.
You're fully...
It's more fun to say.
Themed at
It's
the
less fun
moment.
to say, but it's also differently fun to say.
You are woo are students of bad.
What?
I don't know. Apparently it just wandered through my mind. Ooh, 51 titles. Any kingdoms? Ooh, yes, I can create the Kingdom of Bohemia. Right, well, we should probably create the Kingdom of Bohemia then. Right.
Wow, that was the entire Sticklebrick in the form of a YouTube link.
Yeah, I think there must be a key somewhere here that has a paste effect that I haven't quite found yet.
Well, it's like mine just a key. It's why you wrote Xclip timeout thing for old him. Because it will just randomly paste things from before the dawn of time. As every 2 minutes of not being used, it clears the export mod. Mistake.
I've usurped and stuff. Right, let's send the mob against the trade post. Something's got
Although
to...
Simon's comment there reminds me of the Fourth Doctor's. Do you mind us standing on my chest? My hat's on fire. From earlier in the story.
It's true. Right.
How are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
Right, let's
The end of the
be
season was
friends with
nearly a
that.
baked potato with nocci and chips, but didn't quite go that far. Well, I had planned to have baked potato, but then we had venison stew on Wednesday, and therefore there was a portion of nocci left over to use instead, so I had nocci instead. And then they had chips, I thought, well, I could have baked nocci and chips, but that would be foolish. So I had sausage, nocci, and shrooms.
The thing is, losing 5 prestige at this point is kind of like... it's in the noise. I mean, I get 123 prestige a month just by, staying alive. I'm 14 years old. I have 21,000 prestige. Which is also why I have 95.2% threat. So... well, it's sort of a corollary, really.
Cook. See you on tomorrow.
Indeed, yes. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, strange crusading kings or...
Not crusading, and yeah.
And you're actually sort of not quite emperor, yes. Caliph,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, I am the Caliph. I'm just not able to do very much with it at this point.
Well, whatever. Good night.
Good night. Why has no one murdered my regent yet?
Cool.
Right. Yes, you can have a vassal for a favour. It's not going to do anything for my vassal count because it's not someone that counts towards my vassal count, as it were. Because they're not a count, but a baron. Right.
Oh, I think I have your spine. I think I made of twine. I
think my knees are made of cheese. Okay. Hang on. Right, yes, my domain is too big. That's presumably because something has happened to something. Not entirely clear what. still, again, this is probably one of those things that will get fixed on my majority, because apart from anything else, at that point I can get married, and my wife will help push my numbers up. Aha, you've snicked some more stuff. Can we research anything yet? Right. Have some popular customs, please, Bob. Right, you're my half-brother. Oh, let's see if we can... right, can we set you studying technology, or is there nowhere in the world? Nowhere in the world has more advanced technology than us. Let's set you off to... sabotage provinces over there. That looks like an entertaining place to go that might cause you not to survive as long as you might otherwise. Hey, why are we decadent? Where's my religion tab? Well, I'd better go to war when I hit my majority in order to reduce our decadence a bit or something. 92.6% threatening. Problem is that it's practically impossible to get below 90% now. At least you can't stay below 90% for more than about a minute. Right, well done, you're sabotaging things. Ooh, I'm 15 now. Obviously, as I say, I'll celebrate my majority by trying to go to war with someone if I possibly can. Oh yes, and as per usual, the crusade just, evaporated, never to be seen again. Even the Pope decided that this was not a sensible idea. I mean, I'm still very much of the opinion of what Pope, where has anyone seen the Pope? That's partly because once I kicked the Pope out of Italy, I then went and conquered the bit of the Holy Roman Empire that the Pope had moved to. Just because. Woohoo! Right, how are you doing then? Right. Grind it, the mid-year saving point. ooh, Frisia's popped out as an independent kingdom from the Holy Roman Empire.
Pity your council might not let you go to war for it. Maybe
There are enough of them, but the thing...
I presume you've allowed it to join the defensive pact first.
Well, the problem is, as soon as it pops out, it will join the defensive
you
pact.
get one day in which you can go to war before it joins the defensive pact.
Yeah. But it's quite hard to spot these. Right. Cataphracts training ground it is. Will you stop usurping mosques? Also, I don't want that barony, but okay. Where even is it? Okay. Well, let's build you some training grounds and then give you to a new vassal. Chiswick, fresh vassal. Vassal, fresh Chiswick. Let's upgrade my Casbah town there. It's the start of your save grind. Haha, my regency has ended. I finished my education in the ways of war. I feel that I truly found my calling. War is a continuation of politics. I gained the trait brilliant strategist, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Excellent. Right. Okay. Ooh, and I've got organizer. Yes. Well, that's useful. Right, so... right, let's propose that we get married. Let's choose an ambition. Well, seeing them on prosper is not likely to happen, because I want to go to war. Tricky. So she is good in that. So right, I should pick a diplomacy focus. That one, which will also help with having the family, because that will also help my small vassal problem. Skook. Right. So I probably don't want to do any of the going to any of the religious things, because I think what I want to do at the moment is go. So, war then. Right. How threatening are we? Oh, 90.3%. So, I think the only question is, what exactly, who do I want to go to war with and why? So, right, so what happens if I want to go to war with you? So I can do jihad, invasion, or invasion. I don't think it really matters, because everyone is. So that costs me 1,000 piety as my war cause. That costs me 500 prestige. That one doesn't cost me anything, but I can't jihad for a while. That's fine, let's go for that one.
You get different opinions depending on the kind of war you go for.
It's true. I suspect some of my vassals aren't. There are other wars that are more important for me. You're just a malcontent, and you two are. Right. Well, let's. Do that. I will just check that I can't declare war on some other people. Which I can't, because everyone is part of that defensive pact. So, right, Minden and Rugen are our first targets. Right, where the hell are they, first of all? I probably should have checked how many troops I had first. Oh well.
But surely you've got enough to take on pretty much anyone except the Chinese Emperor.
Yeah. Right, well, let's just do it over here. Do the.
Fairly sure that's not where England is.
You say that. So how many people are in? Not that many. Right. What right click does. That's probably roughly enough. So now we need to deal with the small problem that is, oh no, hang on, everyone else. Hang on. Where? there's Rugen. Right, hiding under that everything. Right, now I just need to find an army. Right, you're an army. Get going over there. I don't want characters. I want that. Okay, right, you're there. No, that is definitely not the button I was looking for. You have to go there. And where the heck's that? No. Search. Right, there you are. Now, what I'd like you should do is to walk over there. Let's also check we have turned down time, and go. Right, so this one, let us put in, oh yeah, we need to cycle everyone through to give everyone the important not Crusader trait. Let's maybe take things a little bit faster. Hooray, I'm married. That's improved things a lot. Right, let's get sympathy for pagan religions. We're very open-minded here. Hey, why are you one of my commanders? You've got like a martial skill of 5. Right. Relieve commander. Right. Okay, there we are. Let's send you... No, let's actually send you over there instead of not actually clicking properly on anything. Oh look, everyone's trying to besiege my staff. Well, that's fine. I'm going to go and besiege someone else's staff. Hey, have I lost a siege somewhere? Right, yeah, right, well... I am sending armies to... I don't care about heresies right now. I have a war. This is much more important. Right, you are assembling... I don't know where you lot are going, but at least you're suffering from attrition. So that's good. Okay, so you arrived in Samarkand. Right. Jezik, fresh commander. Okay, you look useful. Excuse me while we find the army that I was using earlier and cycle you through to get your Mujahideen status. And then it's put me back in charge. Also, I don't care about barons usurping mosques at this point, really. Also, has anyone seen actually an enemy army that's from the target nation? No. Right, you've arrived there. Glue you lot together. Oops. Well, states. So, how many military have you got left over? Oh, stacks. Right. Declaring war has cheered up my vassal, and getting married has cheered up my vassals no end. So I now have way more troops available to me. Also, I've got a lot of money, so, you know, that's going to be fine. Oh yes, I should also marry another wife or two. also deal with some small domestic issues. Okay, that's just a small amount over the supply limit. That's not a big problem. Okay. Right, I'm now fully equipped with wives. So now all I have to do is try and have some children to achieve my my stated objective. Right. Okay. I don't know. The downside of having all these 6.5 forts that I've made is that besieging them back off people is also quite tedious. We have attacked the enemy in Cleave. Right, why was I sending you lot over there? Okay, I probably wasn't. Well, let's send you over there and see if we can actually get there. Honestly. You are going to the right place. Hooray! I inadvertently sent someone to the right place. That's good. The White Company are not being helpful. They should probably go up here to support this fight that's about to happen. But they're buggering off somewhere else. Like some kind of state. Okay, that battle is probably a lost cause. Let's leave it. Actually, you're committed to there, but I can, in fact, do that. And let's put you in charge of it. expect you to. Brilliant. Let's in fact send you over there, so that I actually have enough people to carry out that siege. There we are. Okay. I know that this lot are incoming, but I'm not that bothered because there are a large number of my armies incoming as well. Also, at this rate, I may actually... Oh, no, I can't quite squash them before they turn up. Huh. Decadent relatives straighten up. Right. Of course you've arrived there, and of course it's a huge thing. Right. Good. Sorted out my errant kinstote. Canute. Ow!
I will call you a state.
Stote. I'll probably pay until I finish this war or I get too tired. Ow, I'm being butted by a pint martin. It's true.
There's a stream to be neutered out.
It is a stream to be neutered out. Right, come on. Okay, so you're not going to sit down. Desert. Is there someone we can put in charge? You. Aha, we've besieged somewhere. Finally.
Oh, now you're minus 69% ball score.
It's the one. I mean, like, got a whole, 2% through winning battles. But at this point, winning battles just doesn't really do very much. Yes, you have to be up in the morning, don't you?
Tomorrow, train.
Let's just check that all those are indeed things that you don't actually want to besiege yet. Aha, my wife is pregnant. Good, good, good. Let's just check that's not besiegeable. That is not besiegeable. What do I need to do? Yeah, I need to assault that holding, that's what I need to do. And that holding. Right. I will give away a county because I expect to have a bunch more counties soon. Let's read the Nestorian Bible. We know how this goes. Right, let's glue you all together. And see, we're at a mere minus 40% war score. Hey, what are you doing there? Maybe you should go and make some friends over there. Sounds like a plan. Possibly even a plantagenet. What are you? Oh yes, I need to set my crown focus somewhere new. Makes the economy better and stuff. Not quite sure why. It just does. Only 92.5% threatening, but obviously that is going to change fairly rapidly. I'm not going to become Nestorian. Because I don't think it's going to help. Right, super, we're besieging that back. And we are besieging that. Right, super. just over the supply limit, so I'm not going to worry that much. I'm just going to let it happen. Right. Let's salt that. I don't really care what my baron's doing religiously. I'm not actually that bothered. I mean, no, that's not what I wanted you to do. Let's sort that holding. Look, we've got positive war score. Fear our awesome positive war score. So what does our war score look like now? Right. Battles are still a bit dire. Partly because it's hard to get something that actually counts as big enough when you're up against the entirety of the world's armies. Don't dare run this at even slightly faster, because that's going to get to the point where it's going to be difficult to react in time. Actually, the enemy. Let's see if we can. get something useful going. Oh, I've been attacked. It's probably going to be okay. Yes, taking time even slightly faster is quite risky. Because things can really get away from it quite fast. Let's take you over there. How over the thing are you? Let's march you lot up there. I think that'll improve things a bit. Okay, let's just check. Okay, that's plains. That's not really dangerous. I don't need to worry about it being in mountains and this being a really stupid thing to do. On the other hand, let's do that. Right. Ooh, that does not look like a very happy enemy army. Hooray! Jizik, fresh advisor. Well, let's go with you, because you don't actually hate me. Oops, that is mountains. Let's hope that doesn't backfire horribly. I'm slightly worried about the centre. Okay. Well, I might be worried about my centre, but on the other hand, I don't think that was really too much of a problem. Right. Oh, look, we won that. Yes, well. Okay, where is left that is besieged? Down. Let's head down. That's probably not right. Right, let's move over there to get Heston Blumenthal back for me. Right. if you think you're going to beseech that off me, I think you might be wrong. So... yeah, my monthly balance is back up more or less where I expect it to be. I can really be in this place. At least I think I can. Oh, I can create a new kingdom. Let's go and create a new kingdom. Right, Chiswick, Fresh Kingdom. Aha, peace otter. To the great Mujahid Bashwa, we surrender. Right. Yoink. Right, let us ask for help in managing our titles and observe Ramadan. I am now known as the Hammer. Excellent. Right. Maghrebi Holy War for... yeah. Right. I have become Baron of everywhere. Really, everywhere. There's a lot of things to click through. This was definitely a good choice of war target. Can I create any kingdoms? That's the important question. I don't know, because I think that's probably scrolling off the bottom of the screen. I can create the Empire of Tibet and the Khanate of wherever that is. Okay, right, and that has cycled me back through the list. Okay, right, you're all wrong type of holding, but that's going to go away as I unstote. Right. No, don't zoom in that much. Right, what are you doing there? Dismiss. Dismiss. Don't zoom in. Dismiss. No. Right. I've not got anyone in the Arabian Peninsula, so Europe, you say? That's about the right number of Is there anywhere in the world that you can study technology? No. Right. Sabotage province. I think that's probably the best place you can go. Right, let's hold a tournament because we can. I mostly want to do my post-war admin and then stop. Right, let's set the prisoners free. Right, I don't know where you are, but let's dismiss you because, like, there's 273 of you. I have no idea where you are because it's a really big empire now. Right, good. All my numbers are recovering. End of Ramadan. It's time for Eid al-Fitr. Right, new spy. Hooray! I've got a new spy master and they like me. Right. Okay, in that case I will leave you doing the default thing because that's actually useful. Right. I would like to start some things building, but I don't actually know. Ooh, hang on. So somewhere. Right, let's give lots of gold, including to my charming wives. Right. Somewhere I still don't have Dunhuang and its Grand Keep. Damn. Well, that's my next war target. Right. I'm going to pause there. Because I've now got the right number of things. So, right, there we go. Right, you're suitably upgraded as a hospital. Right, so what have we got? Hello, new county. Let's build a crossbow range and a library. You're already fairly well built up. Right. Okay, you get a library as well. Probably not a lot I can do in Rome. I don't know, I can get some Newcastle fortifications. Just because. Messina. And I'm pretty sure there's not anything I can do in Toledo indeed. Right. Okay, so let us spend a moment going arg, 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 vassal wrangling. What have we got that's not? Right, so your account is... So just going through and trying to find one that will transfer a vassal anywhere to reduce my number of vassals by 1. Well, I'm kind of stuck at that number, so I'll have to have a think about whether I can do anything about that. Meanwhile, I will save and quit, and then I will say goodnight stream because it is really very late. And I'm only doing this